Starting tonight's session, we're going to pick up with a little bit of GM story time. I know, another rare thing. Uh, and we find ourselves back in Casil as in the meeting room of Kippa, as Sirmir and Sally stand as her guards, and she flips through a book page by page. Hours have been dragging by. Angelo, you find yourself sitting across from this strange little fuzzy kobold at the other end of the table. To your left, standing on one side of the table, is Sirmir. On the right side of the table is Sally. And you've been feeling like you've been sitting here an eternity listening to this little dragon that you're not familiar with, this little kobold that you're not familiar with. You don't know that they're a dragon, or that kobolds are dragons. You just know it's a kobold, and she's been speaking for a while, occasionally taking a sip of water and continuing. No real inflection in her voice, just a calm matter of fact of this was it is. And she turns to the last page that is written within this book, and she looks over to you briefly, and she has been giving you glances every now and again, but you sit there and you are kind of unsettled to your very core, your existentialness. And she simply says, I think that's everything up to this point. And as she says this, it sinks in, and you're just kind of like, how does she know this? She stated every single fact of your life from your birth all the way up to this very point. Every single event that you've had a hand in or part of. Everybody you've known, everybody you've encountered, every single person you've killed, every single detail of your entire life, she has recounted in this meeting.
That paints a very fucking bleak picture. That's the case.
No, like, details that you would have never shared or Victor would have ever shared with anybody, she knows. She knows every single one of your only set of family members, their relations, everything that you've done from the day that you were conceived and born all the way up to now, including the stuff that has happened in the wilds.
Do you have all of this information?
She just closes the book gently and she's like, I need to know who that I tend to work with. And I tend to be very clear about who and what I know. So, here's the deal. I don't conscript. I don't require things. I simply ask. My services, everyone here is a volunteer. Do you want to volunteer for in service of my campaign?
Trying to think of how best to respond to this, but basically yes. How would he respond to this?
Respond to it as Angelo would with his newfound freedom.
That's the thing, is I'm trying to think, how would he respond to this?
You're literally talking to a being that knows every single thing about you as a fact.
I have seen much and learned much in this short amount of time. And my look on the world has changed significantly. I'd like to learn more, see more, and do more. Yes. I'll join you.
Good. Then you're dismissed for now. Enjoy the fruits of the city. You'll be receiving a stipend of coin to get you started.
Okay. I don't know much, but okay.
And as you get up and you start to leave, you know that from your time with Victor that the two guards that she has are simply just a front. You know that there's something more within this room. And it's you just knew to just sit in that chair and not come across intimidating at all throughout the entire meeting. And as you leave the room and you head out, the warmness of that is starting to take seal as it leaves wintertime warms you a little bit, and the ambient noise of the people coming and going in the hall is a much needed reprieve just from the silence and her speaking about your entire life like some sort of judge.
Just out of curiosity, how many people in there heard all of this?
You don't know. You can't put a finger on it. You know for a fact that it was Sally, it was Sir Amir, and it was her.
Gotcha.
And as you walk out of the noble area, heading down to the more common areas that you would be acquainted with, you pause for, I would believe you would pause for a moment and realize that the large one, Sally, she wasn't holding a sword like the other one. She was using a crossbow, and you look down at yourself and you're like, that wasn't a crossbow, that was a fucking ballista.
Makes sense as big as she is.
And you wander through and down into the middle section of Casil, and do an insight for me, or do an investigation.
Oh shit, I gotta open up his character sheet. Wasn't expecting Angelo.
Bum, bum, bum.
Alrighty. You said insight or investigation?
Investigation.
Investigation. Let's see. 19.
You head into these common areas, and you see a familiar sight of your younger days of a couple of older kids like shoving around a younger kid, and you see them just kind of like bullying him in one of the alleyways, and you see the larger bully as his friends hold the smaller kid that they're picking on, and he's like, oh, look at this, look, you need this, and he breaks the crutch in half and he just throws it at the kid, and the kid just is like struggling. How do you respond to this, Angelo? It's something that hits to your very ethical core.
I think we will go ahead and have Angela do a little bit of good for once. He'll send out a fog cloud. Walk in. And we'll go ahead and take the one that's being bullied. Get them out of there, but as I do, let's make this a little bit funny. Let's make this a little bit silly. So I'm going in, picking them up. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of there. And I'm just gonna make that whole area just super fucking slippery. So just
So the Taco Bell method.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and sit down and to the kid that was getting bullied, just be like, put my finger up to my lips, like, shh, watch this. but in an area where they clearly can't see where we're at, but we can easily see them.
Let's see. Can you make reflex saving throws? Oh my god, they all.
So I just want to get this right. Your plan is to fart in their general direction and play the Benny Hill theme.
I hope you don't end up traumatizing this poor kid.
You
Nah,
do.
I'm just making it so that like it's like super slippery, so they literally cannot walk around without falling on their asses and faces.
So they start slipping everywhere, but one of the bullies, like, it's like he almost catches himself, and then you see him slip, and he does the full splits, and you hear the familiar sound of a pop as his hip dislocates, and he's laying there screaming.
Ow.
Yeah, he rolled a 1. They're all eating concrete or wood or something that's adjacent because they all rolled under 5.
I will dismiss the slipperiness before I'll stand up and help this kid out of this area.
The bullies gather around trying to help their friend, and he's just like, you can hear him muling off and behind you in the crowd, disappearing as you go further away. His leg flopping around like a fish out of water.
Give him a little pat on the shoulder. And here, take this, and I'll conjure up a new stick for them to use.
The kid looks at him, and he's like, nobody's ever stood up for me before.
See a little bit of myself there. I used to be blind. Couldn't see.
That's... He holds up fingers in front of your face out of confusion.
I count them out loudly.
Why don't you come to my house and have dinner with my mom?
Sure, why not?
And he starts walking with you through the marketplace, and that's where we're going to end that. Swinging back over to the Obscura kids and the Wilds and the strangeness that goes there. Mongo, you find yourself on Cook's ship, and eventually you find yourself looking for your siblings that have disappeared, oddly enough, all 3 of them. And as you walk around, like, very much like Cheddar, looking for something, yowling, like, hey, you guys! You
I
find
just hear the Goonies.
just a lot more adorable.
Yes.
You find yourself in the chapel, and the snow brushes across your paws, and you realize you see like faint footprints of mouse tracks going into the snow, and you can see hoof prints, and you're like, oh. So it's
They went into the snow.
and you're gonna have to follow after them because that's the direction they went.
Just contemplating if I actually have to or not. He's a cat. Snow is just water in a different state of matter. That's all it is.
It's not wet, at least. Unless it melts, of course.
Still water. Yeah.
Not all-
Considering certain individuals' affection for fire, yeah, it'll probably fucking melt.
Remember, not all cats don't like water. Some of them actually like them a lot. You could be one that likes
Yeah, this one doesn't like being covered in it.
them.
Still haven't forgotten about that ring of never getting wet again. See if I got snow boots or something. Then go after him.
You head in and you head into this snowy area and you realize you're at the Temple of the Gods and they just left the door open. They didn't close it.
Use your mage hand as a stepping stone.
And
So they made a portal to somewhere else and just left the fucking door open.
well, Scab did, and then Nikolai kind of followed through because he saw the same thing as you, and now you're tracing his steps into the Temple of the Gods.
Go into the temple, look to see if there's a way to close it.
Do an investigation for me, Mongo.
Modified 20.
You go through the door and you look around a little bit and you feel your foot bump something under the snow and you crouch down and you brush through the snow away and you hold up a sign that's written in a few different languages. One of them you could read, and it says, "Please close all doors to other places so that we don't have strange visitors. Please and thank you."
Sorry, you kind of cut out there. I got a sign with multiple languages. I can read one of them.
It says, "Please close the door to other places. Please and thank you."
Is there a door that can be shut, or is this like you have to turn it off?
No, there's a door there you can close. It's wide open and
Yeah, close the door, see if I can repair the sign real quick.
takes you a few moments, but you manage to aim the sign back up next to the door at your eye level.
Makes sense.
And as you continue down this hallway, do an insight for me as well.
Modified 11.
You walk along and you're kind of tracing the steps of things that have come through here. And you stop at the double doors and you look at them. And you close the doors briefly and you examine the doors. And you're like, you're so familiar with this scenario, it instantly clicks for you. That looks like a scab-sized hole caused by a cayenne.
Right, so situation normal. Is it a wooden door?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look around, gather a couple of pieces, see if I can fix the door.
You put the door back together and you close it and you turn around. And you just feel like how Kodos felt when she was picking up messages after you guys. You see the broken statue arm and the pieces of attempted mold making around it, and you realize, well, Scab's been here.
Is Mongo picking up any sort of to gauge their sobriety? Or is this just situation fucking normal?
It's literally situation nominal. This is just like walking through and picking up the pieces of the pandemonium that was caused.
Yeah, try to fix the statue. I'm going to try to fix whatever I feel has been broken by my family. And God knows how long it'll be until I actually find them doing this.
You're putting the statue back together, and you
yeah.
put the arm back on, and finally attach the last piece. And you hear the familiar sound of quill to parchment behind you.
Music to my ears. Take a look to see who it is.
You turn around and you see like this little 3.5-foot critter standing behind you with 4 arms, and she's holding a piece of parchments, writing down observation notes of what you just did.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. You put this statue back together. I haven't seen any. I haven't observed anybody do that.
Yeah, I have a feeling that was kind of, possibly broken by, somebody or someone's from my family. So I kind of figured, yeah, I should probably
Satyr, lizard,
put it back
mouse,
together.
of which of these queries do you think it was?
One of them hitting the other into it, more than likely.
And she just walks past you.
Could have been just one of them jumping into something or falling. We have a lot of issues with gravity.
Cayenne, as you're walking past this area, you hear beyond the door the familiar sound of Mongo. And as you approach the door and open it, you see Mongo and you see Whisper there as well.
Oh, he's awake. Where have you been?
Here and there, apparently. Did I miss anything exciting? Or just the usual, let's break everything?
So the door got a hole in it because I slipped on ice. And that's the only damage that I've done.
Because it kind of looked like that was done by Scavid.
No, the hole in the door was done by me. The statue. That's another story. I guess he just likes to break idols, I guess, or statues. Anything for any deity he likes to break. At least that has not changed.
Did he
Yeah.
run away as soon as it happened? Because that's usually what he does. Anytime Nikolai and I kind of accidentally bumped something over in a church or holy place, we usually turn to him just to see a little outline of where a particular kobold used to be. Which is great for our local god expert.
To give credit, repairs are slowly being worked on at the moment to fix the statue. We haven't been here too
Yes,
long.
Find anything good?
I see you met an acquaintance of mine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying her name because I did tell her that I would keep her name secret.
Mm-hmm. You just see this fuzzy little adorable moth folk there, Mongo, with all these little trinkets and a cloak, and you can see what looks like at first to you is a cloak that has like bioluminescent patterns on it, but you realize that's her wings that she doesn't really fly. She just drags her wings around like a cloak.
Oh. Yeah,
I
we
can't wa-
do seem to have a tendency to acquire new family members.
I'm the archivist for this temple.
Oh,
And she walks around you and she's like,
well, that's got to be fun.
you're a mage, wizard class. No designation. You can change your abilities on the whim. I can tell by looking at you. As you don't have a specific design of your garment, it covers everything. Interesting. Haven't met many of your kind. Also, you're a
You have
munchkin.
met others, though?
A few here and there. You're also a munchkin, peely folk, prone to chaos, mischief, troublemaking.
I knew I liked you. Not the only one in the family that manages to make a bit of mischief.
The rest of the guests here are mischief makers as well. Scabbard and Mouse. Nikolai.
Nikolai.
Mouse.
Kyan, did
Yes,
she...
Mr. What?
Kyan, did
Yes.
she give you a gift to give to Mongo?
Yes,
Yes.
she did.
I was trying to remember that real quick.
Now that you are back with the land of the living, plop in his hand. I believe it was in a silver box, I believe, if I'm remembering right. Or was it in a velveteen pouch?
Velveteen pouch. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the box is Nicholas.
Yeah, the box is Nicholas.
Okay. This is from her.
Well, you don't have to. I didn't get you anything.
She just motions.
Okay, I guess I open pouch
You open the pouch up
cautiously.
and you look inside, and there's two D6 dice.
Oh. What are they made of?
They appear to be made of some sort of possible bone, but you're not sure without doing an identifier. You can do an Arcana.
Uh, 26.
26. Do an Arcana. There is definitely magic coming off of this, and you look over at the little archivist, and it's almost kind of like you take a small step away because every single one of her trinkets is magical in some way, and she's wearing like a dozen of them.
To be fair, by now, most of the family is kind of decked out in magical stuff.
Yeah, but she's kind of like a walking Christmas tree of trinkets.
Yep, fair enough. Well, thank you very much. These are beautiful.
One is black with white tips, and the other one is white with black tips.
Um, can't wait to try these out.
I hope they help you in your travels. They spoke to me about you, saying that, well, you would be the new owner. And with that, she just walks off and goes through a door using a mage hand to open it. And then you see her. As you watch her leave the door cracked open, and you look from the dice through the door at her, you see a dozen mage hands appear, picking up books off the table and taking up the shelf. Not one, not two, but like 20 different mage hands starting to move books around.
I gotta learn how to do that. He's so damn handy. See, that's how doors are supposed to work.
Not gonna lie, if Cayenne had heard him say that and they were close enough to the door, I think she would have kind of nudged him toward going in the door. Like, well, I guess you're asking.
You get nudged towards the door, Mongo.
Okay,
I
I go
heard
through the
that.
door, and with he said it out loud so that way you could hear that, because for some reason we have issues with doors and gravity and pointy objects.
Wood.
Yeah.
Life.
Like,
Not exactly wrong.
Scab, are you looking for something in the temple?
We already kind of got the answers I was looking for, but I will look around a little bit more and see if there's anything that could be useful that we could temporarily use, because I know that we can go ahead and borrow things so long as they are put back. Is there anything that would probably help us in this little adventure that we're about to do?
Do an investigation.
For a second, I thought that was a 1. It was a 17. It's like, oh no, I broke something.
Again.
Let's see.
Again.
17, 18, 24.
I'm aware.
Okay. Sorry, I thought my mic bugged out. He's been doing weird shit lately. I gotta replace this cable.
Maybe you should do that. You start looking around, and you just kind of get a bit lost in the hallways and such, and you start finding, like, you find kind of a dedicated area regarding dragons and their various. You hadn't stumbled on this area yet, but it's an area that discusses dragons and possible dragon gods.
All right. First things first. Make sure we put down that entry of the dragon god of hope there that we found. And then I guess we'll look around and see if we can find anything useful.
Okay. Nikolai, what are you doing?
Working on lighting all the torches he can get access to with continual flame, checking out if there's any quick fixes as far as like weather proofing or repairs he can do on the way, while looking for Bella, is it Bella? Isabella, so that he can inquire about where to possibly find some information on the 3 gods he has met in the Feywild.
Okay. Do an investigation for me.
Okie dokie. $20 modified.
You're kind of like doing the whole mouse thing. You light one lantern, then you quickly move to another one, scampering over to it, like that one. Just kind of like leaving a connect the dots trail of lanterns as you work.
Mm-hmm.
And you come to an area that you kind of like squeeze between some rocks because you're a mouse.
Yeah.
And you find yourself in a mostly collapsed, what essentially would be kind of like a equivalent to a great hall,
Okay.
an area you haven't seen before. One entire side of it is completely caved in. It's completely covered in snow. Most of the furniture is destroyed, and
Is this like a gathering place or?
you can't really surmise from it. It might be, but the current state of it right now, you can't tell fully what it was utilized for.
Okay.
You can do an investigation in here.
Natural 20.
Nice.
You start
Shit.
looking around the this presumed area, and you find a piece of parchment. It's worn. It can be probably repaired by you and Mongo. You guys work together. But it looks like it's a roll-up piece of parchment that looks like it was part of a journal.
Well, is it currently like if I were to just leave it, is it going to be destroyed further, or is it kind of like okay, like the whole archaeologist thing, leave it as you find it unless you need to preserve it?
It kind of you could probably move it. The cold's more or less preserved it, but if you try to roll it up or anything, it could shatter. But it's water stained, snow stained. It's seen the elements. It's making it hard to read the text.
Okay. Do I get any magical vibe from it?
No.
No. Let's see. Want to try to carefully do a further investigation on it to make sure. Is this like the only like document in the area that's not just destroyed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, since it's probably not magical, I want to double check, see if there's anything magical about it as far as like any arcana on it. And if it's not magical, I'll probably just use mending to just make sure it's all back in one piece so it can be moved and safely secured.
Go ahead.
That's investigation.
Mm-hmm. Arcana, actually.
Arcana?
I'm gonna check, see what you think.
That would be a 27.
It's not magical at all. It's mundane.
Okay. Yeah. I'll sit down and take some time and do mending on it so as to at least repair the integrity so it can be safely moved and properly archived.
Okay. Do you take it with you?
Well, I mean, after I do the mending so I can move it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
You're working on the mending so you can move it.
Yes.
You roll it up gently and you leave the area and you bump into Mongo.
Hey. You're awake.
Apparently, for now.
For now.
Narcolepsy's becoming a bit of a concern, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only what? Late morning now? So, what you been up to?
Following your guys' trail of destruction.
What do you mean? I'm fixing stuff.
Well, there's a statue that was broken. There was a hole in a fucking door. And oh, yeah, by the way, there's a sign by the entrance politely asking in multiple languages to close the door on your way in.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of cold outside.
Yeah.
So, that room back there is destroyed.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't
What
do it.
the
I
hell
found
did
it
you
that way.
guys do this time?
I found it that way. It's like sometimes, I guess maybe a gathering room or something like that, but there's really not much in there. There was this one parchment I found. It wasn't magical or anything, and in the nature of the library, I took the liberty to use mending on it to repair it so it could be properly archived. So now I'm either looking for Isabella or that little mothy girl. The archivist. So
Oh, the
I can canvas her.
archivist.
Yeah. While I'm going
Yeah,
around
she's
and making sure
wonderful.
that the fire isn't actually going to burn anything.
Yes, that would be a good thing.
I saw that Scav opened up the portal to the place and figured I'd take the opportunity this morning to get some of that taken care of for her.
To
Anyways,
be
did you get-
entirely honest, I was kind of meaning to come here anyway.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why for?
Well, we've learned of a bunch of arcane gods, and I want to make sure that their names got written down.
Yeah, I'm looking for Isabella to see if she can answer any questions, or at least direct me to the shelves that have the names of the gods that we found in this place, so I can maybe just learn a little bit about them while I'm going around doing these repairs.
Mage hand with a book whizzes right between you guys.
Whoa!
To a shelf.
Archivist, is that you?
It's probably down in the main area of the library, and then Mage hand is just going off wherever it needs to go. With
Gotta learn how to do that.
With its spindly little fingers and white glove touch.
Yeah, I know. You know how many of those she can cast? It's insane.
I saw her go into one room, and she was using over 24 of them.
Yeah, I know.
And
She
realized I
almost
could
killed me
extend that
dropping a-
far. Fuck.
She almost killed me dropping a stack of books on me. It's one of those. So if
And
you're
what did we
going to
learn?
disturb her, make sure there's not a stack of
Don't.
books above your head.
Or maybe try not disturbing her.
Well, I mean, yeah, I suppose so.
Because, I mean, think about where we're at.
Yeah.
Stacks of books are plenty.
Do you show Mongo the parchment?
Yeah, as I said. Anyways, want to take a look at this since you can read languages?
Sure. What is it?
I don't know. I haven't really looked at it yet. Just fixed it, grabbed it. Was going to go find the archivist or Isabella and hand it to him and maybe look at it on the way.
I knew I was rubbing off on you.
Better than rubbing on.
Stop. Stop. Completely uncalled for.
So you look
And
at
yet,
it,
we knew it was going to happen anyway.
you look over at Mongo at the what he presents you, right? And you examine it a little bit, and you're like, well, it's written in your guys' common. And you look at it, and it's do an insight for me.
$19.
Nice.
You look at the parchment and you raise an eyebrow. And Nikolai, you see Mongo go kind of like just stand there mode, which is weird.
With an eyebrow raised.
Yeah, and
Now I got Spock in my brain.
What's weirding you out, Mongo, is because you're becoming more familiar with things. It's your handwriting, but it seems more refined, which you would have done it over time.
Hang on. Fuck. What?
What?
No, not you. It's Mongo's handwriting. But what was the other part?
More refined, like you would have done it, like you would naturally do over time.
What exactly is this scroll in regards to?
You're reading it, and it's in regards to the actual temple itself. And it literally starts out with notes. It doesn't have any defined like this is you that wrote this, but it is your writing of the guidelines of essentially the temple that we're being worked on. Kind of like here are in there the rules of the temple and how it functions.
What does it say, brother?
Effectively like some of the guidelines of the temple, but that's not the weird part.
Okay. Well, is it written in a language I can read?
Yeah, it's in
Oh, okay.
Hold it up to him.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I hadn't even looked at it yet.
yeah, it's in your common, and it's just kind of like
Okay, yeah. I keep reading it, looking for something weird.
as you're both looking at it, it says the most primary thing to keep in account unlike other places of destination. And you realize, Mongo, as you're reading this, you're like, oh my god, I've become snooty in writing this if this is me. But essentially, in regards to the destination, and where, unlike other destinations where you can manually repair things, and in parentheses, you can see boring.
On par?
Then it says, what if we utilize the focus of the temple of prayer?
Some type of knowledge deity follower, I guess. It makes sense for the temple.
anything else that looked familiar?
Are you asking that of Nikolai?
Yep.
I'll take a closer look, I guess.
Yeah, it. You guys are looking at this, and it's just kind of like you see that there's a note section of essentially it's kind of odd in a way where it's like the note section is like we mustn't be an all-inclusive of all deities regardless of standing. We will treat this as a nexus point based off of the mantra of the Golden City, where it will be a neutral ground for those of any deity and those any deities. Basically, a holy ground for the followers and the gods themselves to meet within this temple.
Huh. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into my pack, grab something that I know that I've written, and hold it side by side, and then ask again. Anything look familiar?
You look at it, Nikolai, and
Uh-huh.
it looks very similar to Mongo's actual writing.
Somebody has the same hand style as you. That's interesting.
Yep. Getting the goggles, taking a look at the latest parchment.
It is your writing there. Nothing magical, but it is your writing on a piece of parchment.
Was that right? Is it not magical? I didn't
Yeah,
break
the
it,
thing
did I?
is I wrote this. The only thing is I haven't fucking written it.
Oh, come on. Like, how did you write this? Have
I'm
you been like
guessing
doing
with
this
a
thing
pen
about?
and ink.
Yeah, but have you been doing this thing like trying to save the world for millennia?
To be entirely honest, I don't know how many times we've tried. This could be our second round. This could be 156th. We could have been doing it for more times than we can fucking count.
I think we'd be better at it.
Mongo, do an arcana.
Yeah, but the
for
thing
me.
is we don't remember any of our previous attempts. So remember I had told you the whole thing started?
Yeah.
That was just the first one.
Mongo, do an arcana for me. Nikolai, do a
27.
wisdom for me. Okay, 27. Got it. I'm still getting used to the little delay we have.
Just a wisdom skill check.
Yeah.
Be 14.
You look at the parchment again there, Mongo, and you realize you look at it and it simply mentions nexus point. And Nikolai, from what you are listening to, you're like, well, it makes perfect sense. We wouldn't remember the other attempts because every time we do a new attempt, it's rewriting everything.
Yeah, that does make sense. Well, I mean, there's one surefire way we can do, one surefire thing we can do to make sure this is your hand and not some elaborate trick.
But then
pulling out
again,
my
if this is
supplies.
a nexus point,
Start pulling out my supplies to do a.
it doesn't necessarily
Identify.
mean that it was written by me, but maybe one of the other me's from either another timeline or just from an alternate, kind of like how your father
existence. Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Heard the chat. Oh my god, does that mean Mongo is Doctor Strange and Plumetree is Damiaru?
Oh no, is Nikolai?
Not fucking saying
Is
no,
Nikolai
bud.
Stark?
God, I know Cayenne is definitely Hawkeye. Just one continuous bad day after another. Just want to stay on the farm, chill, and be happy, but keep being dragged into world apocalypse shit.
Yep. Being
Okay.
forced to play babysitter, watch everyone else, make sure they don't die.
Yeah, okay, so the way this is to MCUify this game, Mongo is simultaneously the Doctor Strange to Nikolai's Iron Man, while also being the Loki to Scav's Thor. Just want to kind of get that right?
Sounds
I think
about
that's
right.
about where we're at.
Okay, just every now and again, good just to check in, just to see how things are going.
Make sure you're not completely insane. Make sure what you're feeling is actually happening.
Yep.
And just to be clear, I think Scav is Gamora because why is Gamora?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, he's died and he's come back.
That's fair.
Or is he more like the Peter Quill? He's definitely not traumatized enough to be Rocket.
And he's almost gotten enough bits of Kree in him to qualify as Baby Groot.
Oh my god, Chad is ruthless tonight with the poor Scabbard. He still didn't go check that meme in the campaign chat. And Scav is the collective of every big guy who gets his shit kicked in first. Chad is spicy tonight.
Oh, boy.
So,
Yeah. Mongo's gonna look around for a spot to identify this thing.
yep, the brothers are now working on identifying this. How deep do you guys want to go?
As deep as circumstances and time and ability will allow us, in my opinion.
I mean, you got
Fuck that, I want answers.
That's what I mean.
So you guys are burning the whole enchilada.
Yep.
Making a big taco salad. Scav's talking, but I can't hear him.
Hey, if I gotta burn every spell slot in order to find out exactly which Mongo wrote this, that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright. Oh, high or low?
What do you think there, Tom? High or low?
Let me check something real quick. That button, So it's safe to say I have taken a rest at some point, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, because I got 4 level 1s, 3 2s, 3 3s, and 2 4s. I will burn what is necessary to find out the author. You just let me know.
I would say that you're probably burning everything because you are being really curious about this.
That works for me.
Like, fuck it, burn it all.
I shall mark them off.
And are you doing the same there, Nikolai?
I was just trying to think, is there anything I got all my stuff repaired. About how much do I think I've accomplished as far as like my tasks to light these torches?
Enough to be sufficient for now.
Enough to be sufficient for now. Okay. Yeah, screw it. Well, how many spells do I have now? Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's see, 2 third level, 3 second level, 4 first level. Anything I particularly need to hold on to? Nothing I could think of right now. Nothing that I can't recover with just a night's rest. So yeah, okay. So it'd be 2 third level, 3 second level, and hold on, I'll just double check. No, I'll just 1 third level, 3 second level, and 4 first level. I'll hold on to a third level. Just responsible in case one of us has like some type of mental seizure and needs to not die.
Someone unplugs Mongo from the Matrix.
Fair enough.
He wakes up and he's actually in the Aliens campaign. Everything's gone sideways.
No.
In fact, I will take the opportunity to dump revivify into my spell storage room. Losing everything I put in there except for the comprehend languages.
Okay. Scabbard, you have a few scrolls in your arms and you walk back to the central area and you see the boys on top of a table for research, having moved everything off of it carefully, making a giant identify scroll or circle around a piece of parchment.
And telling Mongo that revivify is in the ring right now in case we need it.
Oh, you guys identifying stuff?
And
yeah.
You come in and you hear revivify on Mongo in case something goes wrong.
I have some things that we could probably identify as well, and I can actually kind of help.
Okay, like what things, and how are you looking to help?
Well, it took a bit of practice and a little bit of training, but I can actually cast Identify. Let me just figure out where it's at.
Why would we need to be revivifying anyone?
Who knows? We're going deep into this. It's weirdly important. Like, very important.
What part of we're supposed to stay alive as per Kippa's orders
That's why
is not understood?
That's why I put revivify in this ring. Anybody can use it.
Why do anything where it would need to be used? Why get the risk to that point?
Because like it could get very good and important information. All right, I think our network is going down or something.
We're fine. It was just Manny dropping out and coming back.
Yeah, but Tom's
That was
not
weird.
back on the stream either.
I'm looking at Tom right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I see you're here, but in the stream you're not.
Well, I had said that I could help. I know how to cast Identify.
More slots that you can jump into it to increase your odds of not being in death and murder.
And I also have
Yeah.
I also found some scrolls here that might be able to help us deal with some of our problems. Not to
That's
mention these strange little gifts that we were given.
good. Yeah, true. Why is Tom not showing up to the stream? Yeah, I know you're, but in the actual stream and online, you are not showing up. We hear you.
I can see him fine.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is that, Melina, all I'm saying is that he is not in the stream.
Okay.
I'm looking at the stream right now, and it's a blank screen there actually.
Okay.
All right.
Again, whenever this kind of thing happens, for some reason, the DuckTales theme song pops into my head.
Which version?
The classic one.
Why the DuckTales?
I don't
What?
know why the DuckTales theme song pops in my head, but it just does.
There we go.
It's
Tom's
there.
back.
DuckTales theme song. Whenever something goes wrong.
Alrighty.
Alright, so now all the kids are involved in this Identify, and everybody's dumping everything they got into it.
I'll go ahead and use a third level spell slot for this to make it a little stronger.
Mongo, you would know in this case that it would probably be very dangerous to identify more than one thing at once right now.
Yeah. Scav, buddy, I hate to break this to you, but considering how much juice we are pumping into this, if we try doing anything more than just, one item right now, that's probably going to cause a crater.
Okay, let's not do that then. Let's be careful. How would you recommend doing this? You're the expert in this.
Right now I'm kind of concerned about the piece of parchment that has my handwriting on it that I've never written, stating that this place is some kind of a nexus point. So finding out a bit about that is, kind of one of my priorities. Not to say that everything that you found isn't important. Just kind of has my curiosity.
Hey, Mongo. Follow me into the room where I found this. Maybe there's something special about the room that'll make this work better or be safer.
Mongo, you look at the table and everything's already been prepped on the table.
We've kind of already got everything set up.
Yeah, but not like we can't do it again, right? Like,
It's
just-
going to take kind of a while, and we've already poured a bunch of energy into it.
All right. I just hope this is not. Just hope this is right. Like, maybe
Aren't you the
there's a
one who's
reason why
always
it's never-
telling everybody to be fucking optimistic? Fuck, how much time have we spent in the realm of the Fae?
And Cayenne, you're like, it's only been a few weeks.
Just a few weeks.
I do have to
Fuck,
say,
it seems like longer.
I think Nikolai's plan to have that ring prepped is a pretty good plan. While I do agree with Cayenne as well, why are we putting ourselves in such situations where we would need to? It doesn't hurt to have it as a
I'm not
emergency
saying
backup.
we're going to need to. I'm just saying it's a security blanket
Exactly.
in case what we're about to do has unforeseen circumstances.
Unforeseen
Yeah, because the me who wrote
consequences.
this may not exactly appreciate somebody else peeking in on him.
Yeah, Mongo.
Do you want me to pump a little energy into this then, Mongo? Or do you want me to save it
I
for...
thought you already did.
Yeah, I'm sure you burnt this stuff already.
All
Yeah.
right, well then let's do it. Let's do it.
High or low, Mongo, since it's you being grand wizardy.
Well, if this doesn't work, Mungo's going to get real high, so let's go with that.
Okie dokie. So, Cayenne, as you're there, and Scabbard, you're there as well. You feel the air around you kind of ripple, and all the hair on your body kind of stand up like you walk through a big field of static electricity. And it's just kind of like when you're in the back of the school bus and it hits a bump really hard and you bounce up and suddenly just drop.
I wouldn't
fun.
know. My dad was my bus driver. I had to sit in the front right behind him.
Oh. Or like a car when you go over a bump too fast.
You would have absolutely hated my favorite part of one of the back roads near my house. It, like the roads that even if you go at like even a slower like speed limit, it still makes your stomach drop
Mm-hmm.
because it's that high up and then it drops almost sheerly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would damn near tear our cars up going over it a little too quick because we wanted to see how hard we could make our stomach drop. Thankfully, I was never the one driving. I never went faster than 15 miles per hour because fuck that. Not to mention, if you go too fast, there's a tree limb that hangs down really far and you will slap into it if you drive a truck.
That checks out.
Yeah.
So you find yourself pulled into this parchment's history, or unhistory, or whatever you want to refer to it as. The strangest thing you instantly pick up on it, Mongo, as you're standing there is unlike all the other like major identifiers you've dumped things into where there's a tangibleness to it, a solidity to it. There isn't to this. It's strange, disconnected, and kind of almost like some of it is warbling in and out, like you're underwater. And you can see the room. Each of you can see the room that this parchment was in the pristine condition that it was in. The big long wooden table, kind of shifting and shimmering a little bit, not solidified into a particular appearance or wood. Like it's still being decided, and the pillars and stuff like that are in this kind of state of flux as well. And you see Cayenne pacing back and forth there, and it kind of glitches and he teleports slightly, and Mongo, you're sitting on a chair and a few kind of like a high chair and a booster seat in a chair essentially, so that you can sit at the table properly. And you're looking at the parchment, and you're like, and you hear like kind of like the warbliness of the other version of yourself looking a bit more noble. And you look over at the rest of the Obscura, and you're like, guys, if we find this at some point, we're going to identify this and see what is going on here.
Hey, go figure.
We're calling ourselves out.
And Scab, you're sitting there, and it's kind of like all the characters kind of like glitch a little bit, almost kind of like still deciding on appearance and things and such like that. And you're like, well, the rules need to be clear for the temple that we are involved in. And Nikolai, you're on the table and kind of like glitching back and forth, kind of like jumping spaces, and as you pace back and forth, kind of like Cayenne is. And every time you stop, your appearance changes ever so slightly, and back and forth, back and forth.
Huh.
It's like, and you can see that it's at some point where you guys are working on essentially the rule set for this temple. Scabbard, you can do an insight. Mongo, you can do an arcana.
Let's go. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Nikolai, you can do an architecture.
Architecture? Yeah, okay.
Cayenne, you can do a nature.
Oh,
Woo! Natural 20.
Nice.
I picked the right dice
Exact
to use
opposite.
this time.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
I could do a silly thing here. Hang on. If the DM will allow it.
What's
I
that?
could force him to re-roll that.
I mean, I'll allow it.
Then
don't
we're
do
gonna silvery barb that, and he'll have to re-roll that.
Scab says something so out
Sure.
of pocketly dumb that it causes you to skip a beat.
first of all, which scav?
At the same time, both Scabs and Unison go, hey, this is kind of neat.
That is now a 19.
There you go.
That was so profoundly stupid, but I love that it worked.
I can't believe that worked.
What was your roll on architecture there?
23.
23. As you're looking at this and things shift a little bit there, Nikolai, you raise an eyebrow and look around the room. And this is how you would have designed some of this working with other architects.
Yeah.
And Cayenne, as you're watching yourself pace, looking a little bit more regal and defined, and things are shifting in the details, you look around the room and you see there's plenty of nature represented here. And they're all plants that you would have picked to match the architecture.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? This is weird.
It's not that weird.
And Skev, you're sitting there and you kind of look over a little bit. And you look over Mongo briefly before you finish your thought. And Scav, you just kind of look at yourself standing there, and you just kind of bring your hand up and wave, and the future version of yourself waves and says, "Hi, past me."
Well, that confirms that theory.
What the fuck?
Or future me. And you just kind of...
I'll just wave back, like, "Oh, future me."
Hi.
That is such a Bill and Ted moment right there. like, hey, past me. Hey, future me.
Right now, I got to worry about if we're going to run into evil robot us's.
Glaring at Nikolai, daggers, like, dare. But you look around Scabbard and you can see above within this great hall, you pulled an idea from somewhere else you visited, and it's kind of doing the same thing as everything else, kind of shifting in and out. And it's kind of, you can see the chandeliers that are across the entire spine of this room, but twinkling like hundreds of stars, maybe even thousands, hundreds of different holy symbols of deities represented in a single room, a gathering point. Gods
wow.
of all different walks of life, and you can see for a brief moment Insala there, and the druid gods and the arcane gods and all the other gods that you've come across at some point.
Crazy.
Okay.
And as you guys are pulled out of this memory, as the fuses from the future is, or the past is, or the present is this, they work on the parchment and the rules for the temple essentially. And Mongo, you're kind of sitting there and you're like, you understand because of dealing with time a bit and Plumetree that this is probably a identify and a memory that hasn't been formed yet. It is a
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
It's a theoretical.
Whole reason why everything's the whole reason why everything's shifting is because certain decisions
Haven't been made
haven't
yet.
been made yet.
But the fact that
Certain events haven't happened and it's still in flux.
But to the point that we've gotten this far, it kind of implies that we are at least headed down the right path.
And that's what I was getting to. And it kind of settles you a little bit, Mongo, that this is your first glimmer of that things succeed, but you don't know at what cost. There were shimmers in there that you saw where some of the obscure weren't present, others were. And then shimmers where everybody was present. But it's your first glimpse of that you could be on the right path finally.
Were there some shivers in there where Nikolai had made a Scav into a completely cyborg?
No.
Damn.
Mecha scav.
Was there a version where Mongo turned Nikolai into a polymorph flying squirrel?
No. But the table is yours to discuss this.
Huh. So, sometime in the future, we built this place?
Or past. Or present.
Past. That's weird. But I guess since we saw it, it means it's in some way inevitable? I guess, right?
Not exactly.
Almost inevitable?
Because you noticed how everything kept kind of jumping and altering?
Yeah.
Means the future's not set yet.
Well, yeah. Huh.
So all we saw were the versions of us that managed to get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And still versions of us who may not have.
So we're looking at a potential centered point in time that will always persist, but will have different differentiations based on what we do.
It's not a set point in time.
Kind of fascinating.
All we saw were a few glimpses of potential futures.
Yeah.
They all take place in the same spot in this room.
Yeah, but that's no guarantee that this space will even be standing by the time that time comes to pass.
Huh.
What are your thoughts on this, Cayenne?
I don't know what to think, honestly. I still don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I'm just trying to figure out things and making sure that we stay alive.
Yeah, we don't always make that the easiest task now, do we?
Already failed in that twice.
Not to complicate matters, but each one of us may have failed on that countless times.
Yeah.
Cayenne, as you're standing there with the brothers, you have been kind of like, I would assume, fidgeting a little bit because it's a lot to take in, especially for Cayenne. And you look at your hands and you had picked one of the flowers from that nexus point.
Oh wow.
Wait.
Should I have done that?
Butterfly effect, the fuck? Wait a minute. Hold up.
Couldn't help yourself. Just had to do that, huh? Just
Mom,
had to look at the pretty
you look
flower.
over and you see the flower in her fingers from that room.
Did you already start planting those?
No idea.
You've never seen this flower in your life up until that point.
This is new to me.
I'm waiting for Mongo to put on his goggles.
Oh, that wasn't abundantly clear?
Oh, you already got the goggle line swiping to find out about this flower?
Uh-huh.
It is
After Cayenne would, to clarify, beforehand for his safety, handed the flower to him so he can position where he's not facing Cayenne with the goggles on.
Thank you. Mongo would probably not have even taken that into consideration at this point.
you examine the flower and it's pure arcane energy.
Whoa. That's dope.
Like, it's like you just basically stuck your head into the magic ley lines and just observing it. It's just pure rainbow magical energy.
Seriously, Cayenne, where the fuck did you get this?
The details of what we saw, the simple fact that all of the materials the plants made into the tower that we all worked on was a lot to take in. And next thing I know, from whatever just stupor I was in, next thing I know, I have this flower in my hand. My only guess is that I was able to pluck the flower from that said nexus point.
Now you're dealing with the loop of the Cayenne was able to pluck something from from a massively charged arcane identify that is apparently connected to some sort of nexus point in which you're standing in right now.
Right. So, to be clear, Mongo's fighting blue screening right now.
I hear the 56K modem sounds. Worrying.
You're telling me you accidentally plucked a flower of pure arcane energy in floral form from the fucking time stream out of an identify.
Yeah. Yeah. Mongo has blue screened.
Yep. What in the plume tree hell is going on? Okay, I was planning on doing this sooner rather than later anyway, so fuck it. Why the hell not? Going into the drink mixing pouch.
Do you give the flower back to Cayenne so she can propagate it?
Yep.
That will be a project.
I'd say good luck, but we've already seen the results.
Cayenne, you can do a nature on it to see if you can pick up anything right away off of it.
That's a 26.
Oh.
You examine it a little bit, and you're probably going to boost grain as much as Mongo. It's a cultivated and created strain of plant that is both jungle and winter. Basically, the colder it is, the more that the jungleness of this will propagate and bloom. So
Whoa.
the colder it gets, the more that it will actually thrive.
It's in the right fucking area.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I know exactly where this needs to go. Isn't the library in like damn near like a permanent state of like winter?
The library is basically in the Arctic Circle, and it makes sense to you as to why this plant, a version of you would have created this plant to thrive here.
And wouldn't it technically survive in Osling's realm? Or would that be too bleak?
Be one
No,
depressed plant.
for real. No, being for real, because they would need some kind of nutrients of some sort other than just the cold. They would need something else.
You could probably thrive in her realm.
She would
Corpses make great
probably
mulch.
she would probably honestly end up making a spot. Not gonna lie.
I could see Cayenne popping there. Hey, don't mind me.
I'm just like, we're this plant here. Deal with it, sis.
No, I honestly could see her having something like that and something like the spider lilies, considering spider lilies actually do grow in graveyards.
Definitely.
And since you say these have like arcane to them, wouldn't they have like a faint bit of a light to them, like very dull?
Not really. They're more kind of like a crimson. They're kind of like crimson towards the tips and become more of a white to a deep dark let's stick with the grim theme. Basically, a body left in the Arctic, the buoys color.
Okay. That makes sense.
Almost kind of looking like the actual, like, a flower that represents frostbite.
I mean, yeah, I think that could definitely work in Osling's realm in little patches. Like wildflowers.
Yeah.
And then, of course, ingredients for Mongo.
Yep.
When the proper amount is propagated.
Is Mongo still boost screening over there?
He's trying to make a drink because he's going to try to call upon old Plume Tree because he's got a little bit of what the fuck to talk about and not just what happened. It's a few other things. He's been rolling around on the old brain pan, so yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, he was planning on fucking doing it anyway.
Go ahead and make a drink. Scabbard, what are you doing?
That's a good question. I'm gonna take a look around first, actually. I'm gonna ask the group, do we want to try and identify anything else while we're here? Or do we want to settle on this for now?
It's just that was pretty intense, and I don't have any more spells left, so
I can still cast it a few more times, but I don't know how effective I would be at it. I mean, I found some scrolls that might help us deal with our dragon problem and our Jabberwocky problem and other issues.
that's good.
I just don't know how much use it'll be without knowing more.
We're not going to take care of that today, anyways, so more we can do
Set it
tomorrow.
aside for now, then. And in that case, I will roll them up and put them in my pack. That leaves the question about these little trinkets that we got.
Yeah. Have either of you seen Isabella or our archivist again?
Isabella was back over in the main chamber. The archivist, I'm not sure. Last I saw, he or she was leaving.
The archivist is working right now.
As you guys are just kind of occasionally a book whizzes overhead.
Yep, she's still working. You okay, Mongo?
Fuck. I don't even fucking know anymore. It's one breadcrumb after a fucking other, I swear to God.
If Cayenne is the closest, she's giving Mongo rubs behind the ears because I know that was a lot for him.
Instant soothing for you, Mongo.
All right, this one I'm going to have to kind of mess around with because I did find something. I'm actually going to do a flight. One of them, let's see, because it's a soda fountain infused gin with vanilla ice cream. I don't have that, but I probably do have vanilla flavoring, and there's plenty of fucking snow around.
Yeah, there is.
And you know, Nikolai does have an alchemist drug. He can give you milk.
Yep. So that's going to be for one. The other is going to be part gin, part Campari, sweet vermouth. I'm after using. The other, God, I don't even know how to fucking translate this.
Mhm.
Probably grab, because he's used mint I don't know how many damn times. Gonna look through and try to find some sort of unexpected ingredient.
Black
What's something
licorice.
Mongo wouldn't use?
Salted
Yeah,
black
fuck it, black licorice. No, actually, fuck, that works perfect. Thank you. Probably grab one of the alcohols that take like the most effort into making. Like if it wasn't for basically modern engineering, the beverage would not exist.
Huh. Wonder what that would be.
That is a good question. And then the bit of salted black licorice that would pair well with it, of course. I'm not just gonna throw the shit together and have it taste like crap. I am going to kind of cut that up a little bit so that way the top of the glass that it's on kind of looks like a sundial.
Huh.
So that way I have one drink representing past, present, and future.
That's really clever.
And then once I get all that done, I'm gonna pray to the time god and hope he fucking hears me and the conversation makes sense.
Roll that religion, Mongo.
And the wizard rolls a 10 on his religion. In the temple of the gods,
That he helped create.
in the present of a
Presence.
family member who is a
He's a
god, I roll average.
In the presence of a paladin to all of the gods.
I'm sure if you ask either one of us nicely, we can help because we don't know what you're trying to do.
Mondo's not exactly real fucking coherent right now. But yeah, probably in his like arcane Mongoism. Get the drinks all set up. Set them down. And then start praying and probably yammer on something about, okay, look, I don't know how to apologize, but I know I owe you one. I kind of forced you into going back and doing things over. But I don't know how to apologize for something that I would do again. Considering everything that's going on at this particular moment in time, I have no idea what the fuck is going on, or if I'm even on the right track. I know you've left a lot of breadcrumbs, and I think I got a few things figured out, but it's just enough to basically comatose me. So little guidance wouldn't exactly go amiss right now. I could really use your help. Well, just wait to see if he replies.
And per chat. And now I'm afraid of an alcoholic time god.
Brings new meaning to the term drunk history.
Starting with Tom, Mongo,
Oh, fuck.
and your exclamation dice roll.
My absolutely middle of the ground dice roll.
You don't get a result, and at you kind of like are like, well, he's not answering. Then he comes walking through the door, his plume tree, and he comes over and he picks up the drink and he just downs it like it would make Holbar proud.
Just one after another.
Yeah. And he lets out a burp, and you get a catch of the burp scabbard, and it just kind of rolls over you. And you're realizing Plume Tree is a very big fan of stinky food.
That's funny.
And Scab has no response.
Sorry, I had my mic muted. So, Boom Tree just is here then.
Yeah, he burps in your direction after downing the drinks, and it's kind of like a mixture of concentrated fermented durian, boo cheese, and sustromi mixed with, like, expired beer.
Ew.
Oh,
Fuck.
by the gods, cat! What did you eat? A dumpster?
He's like, I had a sandwich before I came. Sauerkraut, fermented fish, certain je ne sais quoi of moldy cheese that I found in the back of the fridge.
Fridge.
My friend, that is most foul, but to each their own. If you enjoy it, by all means, enjoy.
He fishes around in his pack and he takes out an apple that is stuffed with something in. He puts it into your mouth, Scabbard. And as you bite down on it, it's an apple that is that is at that mush stage. And as you hit the core of it, it is filled with almost a liquidy gorgonzola.
Ew.
Oh, lovely.
What the
I'm
hell?
just gonna be like,
What the hell, man?
No, not a fan. And I thank you for the gift, though. I'm sure it'll be useful. And I will put it away for now.
No, he stuffed the whole thing in your mouth. You had no choice but to just chew on it, deal with it, and swallow it.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Um,
guess like,
and you have disadvantage on all saving throws for the next 24 hours because of how horrendous it was.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
jeez.
And
That's pretty horrid.
Plume Tree comes over to you, Mongo, and he's like, "Oh, let's go talk in private."
Okay.
Here, God, the rapper noises.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering when Manny's going to play an ASMR bard.
Chad just said, and that's why you're evil, Mike. So you head off to the central hub room that's right off the main room, the one where the statue was broken by Scav. And Plume Tree looks over at you and is like, "Okay, you prayed to me."
Seemed like the thing to do. I do kind of owe you an apology.
He raises an eyebrow ever so slightly, and his mustache twitches some.
As the prayer stated, I don't really know how to apologize. Because the version of me at the end of time that kind of started this whole thing forced you into going back to do things over. And I'm sorry about that. But I know it's not much of an apology because given what I think I know of the circumstances, if the same thing happened to my family, I wouldn't even hesitate to do it again.
Bloomtree just kind of looks over at you, and you can see like that ancientness for once on his face instead of the liveliness. This is it, Mongo. When we were at the end of time, there was a single shot. This is that single shot. There are no others. There has been no other attempts. There has been no other chances. This is the one shot in the dark, hoping for the best.
Fuck. I was wondering how many times we've done this before. Well, that answers that.
He just kind of mulls over a little bit. And he's like, it was the end of times and everything was done. And he just kind of pats you on the back. He's like, you'll succeed, but I won't be there to see it.
But what happens to the realm without the god of time?
Oh, there'll be another god of time.
That's right, I forgot. Gods have weird-ass rules.
He's like, perhaps it'd be like, how did the kids say it these days within the confines of a city? Hip and cool?
Apparently I tell too many dad jokes to know what's hip and cool.
He looks over at you. Well, there's one thing's for sure. I'm never gonna give up, and I'm never gonna let you down.
Just had to do that, didn't you? Good boy.
Okay, so you're probably the only person I can say this to that's not going to think I'm entirely crazy. Kind of looking back at my family. So I think I got a couple of things figured out from some of the breadcrumbs that you've left. But I kind of just want to make sure I'm on the right track.
Well, all the breadcrumbs aren't necessarily mine. They could necessarily be yours or one of your family members. It's complicated.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that. So we've got this incoming bout with a... Oh, fuck, what kind of prick was it? An abyssal Dracolich.
Oh, yep.
And I think I know how to beat it. And I think a lot of the elements that I'm using are, well, basically placed there due to yourself and apparently others. The only thing that I'm really missing right now, and I'm not entirely sure where to get it, is basically the entire history of said Dracolich. Because if I'm right, some of my wizardy stuff and the potion making stuff, if I find out exactly what kind of energy he's dealing with and what comprises his body, I think I can cook up something, and I may already have, just not yet, that can help at least level the playing field and then Yeah. So if I find out, I can make a potion that can help break down his body, and then I can use my wizardy stuff to help break down his energy. But I know I'm not going to be powerful enough to do that, which I think is why I'm unbound, so that way I can pull in the energy necessary. But then the question is from what source, which, well, he's hanging out right under a bunch of ley lines, so I'm assuming that. Also, he's hanging out in an area that my parents built, so that should also give us hometown advantage. And yeah, so I'm thinking the whole idea of me being unbound possibly came from you or somebody else, just to give me all the different wizarding abilities that I need in order to actually get there. And the whole reason why our parents made an island, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one, where they did was because of that. And I'm also thinking maybe you had a hand in where my father came from and why he can't find out where the hell he's from.
Plume Tree just kind of looks at you, and he pulled out his pipe, and he's already puffing at it frantically. Well, my dear boy, when a mom gets together and a dad gets together and they have a child, it's kind of a gamble on how the child's going to turn out. I do believe you won the lottery on that gamble.
Okay.
Maybe it was
So does
particularly advantageous night for both of them, and they were quite adventurous and promiscuous, and it took a while, and yeah, you know.
not how I thought this conversation was gonna go. Now I'm confused.
Well, you see, when a male Feely folk and a female Feely folk love each other very much.
Yes, I don't need the particular details of how exactly I was created. God knows, coins taught me things that I never thought possible. What the hell does that have to do with what we're doing?
He just kind of shrugs. You being unbound, I guess, is just, well, I'm getting at you being unbound, it was a luck of the draw on your part, and you got lucky. It happens occasionally.
From what I told, it was a process that was intentionally done.
Good. Having a child is kind of a process that's intentionally done.
That and also the unbinding.
It's not really a process to unbind a wizard. It's kind of a honing it to show qualities to be more than just a thing or a class, you know. So they just kind of nurtured it.
Is Mongo a science experiment?
No, not
Genetically
really.
engineered.
It's just the fact that, like, there's a spark of being unbound, and then his parents just kind of nurtured it.
Okay, so it's not like Mongo's the Arnold Schwarzenegger to Danny DeVito
Yeah.
in Twins.
So basically, Mongo just got really lucky and got a special gene that gives him this spark.
Right, so my dad got lucky and Mongo into. Now, you know what? I'm not finishing that sentence.
Finish it. You
Nope.
started it. You now
Nope.
must finish it.
Nope.
Because if you don't, we know Plume Tree will.
Okay, so that part I was just being a bit paranoid about. I can accept that. The rest, am I on the right track?
What part was that I kind of zoned out there?
That's fair. I get a bit long-winded sometimes. Pretty sure that's the reason why Scab just doesn't even bother listening to anything I say.
He looks over at you and takes a puff. Have you ever carried on a conversation with a treant dragon?
Didn't know they came in that variety. It's in reference to treants and to dragons. No, haven't done that yet.
I remember sitting with a particular one, and they started a sentence at 11 past 3. And it didn't end until 12 past midnight.
And I thought I was long-winded. God, that would drive Nikolai insane. I might have to do that.
No, you don't.
The Dracolich that we've got to deal with. And I take out that potion that Mongo's had for quite some time. The one that looks like a galaxy in a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've had this for a bit, and I've never been able to figure out what the hell it does. Tried to use it one time, and there was some voice that telling me now wasn't the time.
He takes it from you, pops the cork off, puts a finger in it, takes a sip of it, he goes, takes another sip of it. Tiny. Cold. Irony. Yeah. He just takes it, he wraps it in a piece of leather very gently to pad it, and hands it back to you. Don't break that.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
Wherever it splashes, it basically creates a micro collapsing galaxy.
All right.
So essentially a
Right.
black hole potion.
Nice.
How long does that last?
It depends on the age of it. The longer that it's been fermenting or brewing, the longer it'll last for.
Oh, good.
Based off of my astute calculations and understanding, you see him stroke his mustache, his beard a little bit. That particular year would probably last about for ballpark it 2,000 years.
Okay. Last ditch effort to deal with the Dracolich. Got it.
Just this black hole of collapsing matter sitting there for 2,000 years.
Cool. We can have if we need to use it in our homeland, we can have a pit where we can kick people and say this is Essencrest.
I hear.
Yeah, he is yet to say how big the black hole is.
Napkin math.
So I don't suppose you know who ended everything before this little adventure started?
Well, it's kind of a complicated clusterfuck of events, as you would say. An imbalance there.
Fuck, which one of us knocked something over?
An imbalance there, an imbalance here. Too much of this got prominent. Unable to reclaim the balance. Things started collapsing. One thing led to another. Mass killings, released gods, pandemonium. Yeah.
Oh, great. Scout's trying to bring one back. Oh, fuck. I brought one back. No, I brought back several.
Scabbard, do an insight for me. And
Insight.
a religion.
And religion. Okay.
Fuck. The arcane gods from the varying schools of magic.
That is a 21 on the insight. And that is going to be, that is a natural 20 on religion.
Scabbard, as you're sitting with your other two siblings, Nikolai and Cayenne, as Cayenne tries to figure out this plant and how to get it into Osling's realm, you look between the cracked open door as Plumetree paces back and forth and Mongo talks to him. Whilst you can't hear what they're talking about, you with your attunement to gods and such like that, and having been around them a lot, you can see that through whatever Plumetree is doing, that he's starting to unravel. That the toll of this, whatever is going on that's out that you're not privy to yet, is such a cost on him as a god that it is starting to unravel him from existence.
I'm gonna approach and knock on the door before just like entering.
Yeah, you hear the knock, Mongo. For chat, who did it, Nikolai or Scab?
A little busy, Scav.
I understand, but there's something wrong with Plumetree.
Yeah. I know. Well, sort of. He hasn't gone into detail. Sorry. Just, can this wait?
Maybe, look, he's unraveling?
Did you just call the god of time it?
I said he's unraveling. And I will leave it at that, and I will leave him alone.
Cayenne, from where you're standing with your plant, you hear that, and it just makes this really heavy ball in your stomach, because you know exactly what that means, that he's eventually going to cease to exist and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm pretty sure that someone probably heard a gagging sound from Cayenne, almost sounding like a cat trying to hack up a hairball.
You hear that loud and clear, Nikolai.
That's the kind of reaction that Cayenne would have to knowing that news, because it's just.
You okay?
Things that I know that are not fun, and so yeah, I do not want to share.
Yeah, essentially an equivalent of what it is. It's kind of like they have done something so insane, drained themselves so much, that they're unraveling, and eventually the symptoms will manifest basically like, dementia, Alzheimer's, and like stage 4 cancer. Until
So it's
then,
like old Grim all over again.
and then they'll just fade away.
Jeez. It's pretty crazy. And it's just I guess it's just a thing that can't be undone.
Nope.
Alrighty then. That's options.
Bloomtree turns back to you and pops his pipe. Oh, what's the other business, Mongo?
Well, I was kind of just wondering if I was on the right track. Now I'm a little concerned about an unraveling.
Don't worry about that.
Too
Posh.
late?
Posh. You are on the right track, I think. It's hard to tell. You're a cat, after all.
Paranoid one at that?
You're a cat, after all.
Are the other Mongos having this much trouble?
Honestly, your cosmic curse is kind of trouble.
Okay, number A, that explains more than a few things. Number B, I'm cosmically cursed?
More like you're just prone to trouble and troublemaking. You're a cat, after all. And he kind of just pops a few times.
All right, fair enough. Aye. Okay, so there's no overarching big villain to kick in the nuts to make everything better.
I mean, one of your alternates did kind of squeeze through a fence and then pray to me, and I showed up and they didn't have any skin anymore, and I had to drag them to a temple so that they can be rejuvenated. Odd way to skin a Mongo.
As opposed to the normal way. So we found out that I guess Nicola's progenitor was actually time variant of a different version from the one from here, but he was conversing and bringing them over through very evil means. Is there a way I can chat with the other ones that's not gonna be problematic?
That kind of breaks a lot of rules and regulations.
Ah, damn.
And, don't go peeing on an electrified creature.
What?
Yet most creatures don't like being peed on.
Neither does a lot of the cosmic balance.
Yep. Okay, well, kind of figured there's... You don't happen to know where the hell my father came from, do you?
Nope.
It's like, it's a bit odd.
Does he not talk about his parents?
From everything that he told me, he kind of poofed into existence somewhere on the astral realm. And then eventually kind of came across another family, and they're kind of the ones that took care of him. And every time that he tried to find out where the hell he came from, he wasn't able to, which, considering his knack for finding out information that nobody wants anybody else to know, damn.
He reaches over and he takes a note out of thin air and looks at it, reading over it. Well, I have business to attend to. I was just informed by myself a reminder.
Yeah, I appreciate you stopping by.
And he hands you a piece of parchment. You're not exactly sure what the piece of parchment is. As you look at it and you look back where Plume Tree is, you just see a few rings of smoke floating up towards the air as he has dissipated.
See you around. Yeah, I guess I'll just kind of chill for a sec. Let it all sink in.
So, you go and rejoin the family, and yeah, Cayenne is just making cat gagging sounds as you walk back in, just looking more pale than usual.
Cat gagging sounds. You.
Did Scav barf in your face again?
No.
No, more or less something that I know. It doesn't sit well in my stomach.
Yeah, sometimes knowledge is a bit gift and a curse.
So what's everybody doing?
Well, since I guess Nikolai was still there, he would look over at Mongo and was like, "So, did you get any answers you needed, bud?"
Yeah, it turns out I'm actually just crazy and paranoid. So you were right.
I will quietly turn around and go about my business. Go find Isabella.
Do you look at the parchment manga?
Once everybody else is gone.
Okay.
I'll place a hand on Mongo's shoulder, giving him a little pat. To be fair, that little bit of paranoia you have has saved our asses more than once. So,
It's not a detriment, it's a feature. You were going to go ahead and say something, Diane.
Well, it was more so gonna say to just Mongo without anyone else there to say I know about Plume Tree.
I will leave Bongo and Cayenne to go ahead and start making my way, gathering things up to get ready to leave the temple here if people are ready to do so.
Okay. And so,
Since
as Scabbard departs and he's out of earshot, Cayenne tells you that.
Yeah.
That was the reason for the noises.
Gift and a curse.
It's like he doesn't know how to take a vacation. It's like he's overworking himself and forcing this when he doesn't need to.
Yeah, going back in time to prevent the end of everything kind of takes it out of you.
Did he ever tell you why he wanted to prevent the end of everything?
Because I made him. The me that made it to the end forced him into it. I had an item that had a wish spell in it with just enough power to force a god into doing as they're told. He agreed to go back before I used it. But it was basically watch everything die and then die yourself, or go back and spend so much energy that you're going to wind up dying anyway, so either way, he's facing oblivion.
I can only imagine how heavy this is weighing on you.
Well, considering I'm the one that forced him to go back and basically make sure that each and every one of us wound up where we're supposed to, which means Milam, Sunny, and Osling were planned to go through all that shit.
Oh, God, dead silence from that heavy. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't even know what to say to that.
It's like, damn. Really is not much. It's like, it is what happened.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, if Nikolai was there, I mean, but like you said, it's like it was either that or just everything goes away forever, anyways. So, like, if Nikolai ever gets a word of this, he'll have some wisdom, I guess, to probably offer. But he left because he didn't want to. He didn't want to gloat being
Gloat
right.
that he was right that Mongo's paranoid.
Yep. It's like, Mongo's been through some shit. I'll just leave.
I think the last thing that Cayenne is gonna leave with Mongo so she can allow him to work on what he would like to work on, or us go to meet up with the rest of everybody, is I'll see what I can find out about any kind of information that can help Plume Tree's condition, at least any. I have places that I can go where I can get a lot of information. I know it might sound like just empty words right now, but it's at least something I know I can do.
Yeah, but you also have to be careful too of who you talk to, because they find out that somebody meddled with the time stream, they might turn an ally into an enemy.
I'm gonna let you in on a thing, and it's probably gonna bite me in the ass later. I really don't care. It'll give us something to do, something to deal with. We're already kind of dealing with a thing. What I mean by we, I mean like celestially, holily, or whatever the fuck you want to call us. There's things going on that are not so fun to deal with, and I've seen a little bit of my sister's temper, and I don't want to see the full extent. I've started to see the little buds of her temper showing through in a place where all of us are supposed to remain neutral and no one can kill and or hurt anyone, regardless of the domain that they have power over.
Well, I've seen how the courts deal with the royal shit. I can only imagine that the deific ones are even fucking worse. Royals already have fucking egos.
I mean, it's bad enough that I must have been so angry at a certain someone that I got the attention of someone who can end someone. Like, oh, I don't know. Plume Tree, me, Osling. Oh, any deity ever. I'm not even going to entertain the thought of them even having a name. I just know of the blip of their existence because apparently I called out to them in anger. Because I'm a stupid. I'm a stupid and I talk to trees and I pet flowers. That's about it.
Yeah, I talk to books. That's just
No, you talk. You
seems
talk
to run in
for-
the family.
No. You talk for the books. There's a difference. You speak the knowledge of the books.
And sometimes I yell at the books, what the fuck are you talking about?
As
That's
one
no-
whizzes overhead.
That's no different than getting angry at the wind for being too high pitched. Or not being warm enough.
And per the chat, and yet talking to flowers and trees makes more sense.
I don't think you're going to find anybody to disagree with that.
It's like talking to an organic computer. The roots are just gateways. Bunch of different pathways. Different circuits.
Yeah.
And there's actual truth to that too. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Ow.
What are you doing, Mongo?
Yeah, he's just trying to let it all sink in. Eventually, he'll read the parchment that Bloomtree gave him.
Eventually. Where does Nikolai get off to?
Like I said, it was just after he decided to leave so as to not gloat. He was just literally just going to go find Isabel. So he can look up that information that he's been wanting to look up that morning.
She's not too hard to find. She's doing work in the deeper part of the library. She doesn't want to get hit cold-cocked by a book just like anyone else.
Hello, Isabel.
She turns around and looks over at you. Ah! Nikolai.
Yes. May I trouble you for some advice?
If you want to drink the innards of something, fresh is better.
No, I mean about where to find stuff in your library.
Oh. I was also going to mention that one sharp jab usually works better than multiples. That way the package doesn't leak.
You know, I can see your point of view there. Well, thank you for that information. I will be sure to retain it, whether or not I want to. But I've come across 3 gods since my time in the Feywild, and I was wondering if you might help me find any information of them here in your library.
She picks up a small piece of parchment and a quill and looks to you astutely, adjusting her glasses.
Oh, okay. The names are... all the way down to the bottom. Let's see here. First one would be Kretovania.
Ah, that would likely be located in this area.
Okay. Then there is a god named Atrax.
Haven't heard of that one exactly, but they might be in this area.
Okay. Would giving what information I know about them help you determine where other information may be?
Not particularly. I just kind of lean in books. I don't read a lot of in-depth books.
Okay. Okay, and then there's Galier.
Gallier. Okay, that one I do know, and it would be located in this area.
Okay. And yeah, that's all I can think of for now. Do you have any? I still have a few abilities to light up some of your torches so they pose no threat to the archival here. Do you have a particular place you would like to point me to take care of those before I go look for these books?
Tom, check your messages. What was that, Nikolai?
I still have a few opportunities to light a few more torches left for the day, with the continue of fire, so that they don't pose any threat to any of the books in your library. Is there a particular place that you would like me to wander into, as a payment for this information?
No, this is a library. Why would you pay me for information?
Well, you do stuff for me, so I'm trying to do stuff for you.
Just go find the books you're looking for to reply.
Okay. Thank you. Head off to where she directed.
What about you, Scav?
Go ahead and find Isabella. Thank her for more or less helping out with finding the information and such. Gather up my things, and I'm more or less just gonna wait for the group.
You
they're
go
ready.
back into the central area where the statue is broken, and you see it's repaired now.
Stare at it and and I'll put down the mold in front of it as like a peace offering. as a like, here we go. Don't be too upset now.
What about you, Diane? Where are you going off to? Now that you have some really heavy food for thought.
I think Cayenne is gonna work on finding some information on how she could properly propagate this new plant that she has.
Sit down and open up your books and start looking through them.
Nope.
Basically, you're going to have to reverse engineer the plant. So you're going to have to figure out what plants that whatever version of you used to make this plant, to create this plant, and how it was created.
That's fine.
It's going to be
I will
a
take my
test.
time to do that. That's fine.
So each of you guys go about your various things. Mongo, where are you going and what do you do?
Gonna go try to find information on the God of Time. That way I can add to it.
Okay. Do an investigation.
Lucky 13.
That is actually my lucky number. You go to the front of the library where the entry point is, and you look at the bookshelf, and it dawns on you that if any version of you created this, there would be a smart way to go about this that you guys have yet to come onto. And you pull off one of the books, and you open it up, and it's basically an index of the gods. Every single one of these books tells you where information on God is.
That would make sense.
And
It does raise an interesting question, though.
all right, what's that?
Taking this place, then that means he would want to make sure that anybody who came in could find the information that they're looking for. However, some information would be deemed kind of important, and maybe not everybody should have immediate access. Can you use the information responsibly?
So you search for the god of essentially the god of time. You find one labeled called the Flux. And you go off to look for said information on that god, correct?
Yep. Gonna add to it so that way anybody who reads it can kind of get to know him a little more personally.
You examine the entry regarding the Flux, and you raise an eyebrow. It's not Plumetree, it's a different god of time.
Could you repeat that?
The
It was kind of going a little
the entry.
Gladys through a 90s.
Oh my god! Imagine if I had a Gladys filter.
That'd be cool.
It's a the entry itself is describing a god, and it's not Plumetree. It's a different god of time.
Wonder if it's before or after.
What was that, Tom?
I'll look into this a little bit more.
The god simply known as the Flux. That's what the people refer to.
Because he did say,
They're
Oh.
described as having no actual physical form. They show up as glitches within the reality around you if they manifest. And the central belief of this god is that the world is fluid and it is always in a state of change.
I don't know if it's my end, but you keep dropping out. But I think you just described the god of time as the cat from the Matrix.
It's good for correlation. But their belief is that everything is a fluid, fluctuating state. There is no defined future nor defined past. Pretty sure our lore goblin's like, yay, a new god.
More than likely.
You still with us, Tom?
Might need to restart.
Yeah, you look frozen, buddy, if you can hear us.
He's not responding.
He's moving, but it's like very, you know.
He's catching up to us. He currently is suffering the time flux.
Notes.
Boy.
Also, I'm surprised you can still hear that keyboard. Let me move the mic. I take notes.
Dude, you're writing on a keyboard like you're beating someone. So, what are your thoughts on this god, Tom?
The flux.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wondering what the hell happened to him.
Their followers, there's a note and annotation section regarding their followers. And their followers actually don't really ever pray for, like, a better future for someone, a better future for myself, a bad future for someone, or a bad future for myself. They simply pray for the courage to make that happen, to work towards that goal.
That's pretty cool.
Makes sense.
So they pray for the path to accomplish the goal in the future. That's pretty cool.
Your move, Mongo.
I will.
Yeah. The library hasn't been updated actively in a while, so a lot of the current gods are not very well documented. Cayenne, do a religion for me.
That's an 18.
As you're working on cultivating your plant, Cayenne, you're kind of, I'm guessing, thinking about the events and the history that you've learned today.
Yeah.
And you kind of are working on kind of, I would say, kind of a rose. Wow, I repeated myself like crazy there. And you nick your flower on it, and you look at a little bit of blood drawn, and it kindles a thought in your head and a realization. And you look down you look into the main hallway where Scab is kind of setting up camp to wait for everybody to go back, and you realize that the pantheon that you're in, and the Lady of Ravens, and how she was basically a part of Victor's life, you're like, you come to the conclusion Victor wasn't meant to be a part of your pantheon or hers, that he was destined for a different pantheon, and you would assume that it would be a part of Alice's pantheon.
Oh, that's fun. He'd love to hear that. They're like, oh, guess what? You get to see your feline friend all the time now.
In a weird way, that makes sense since dread is an emotion.
Yeah, and it would be an emotion pantheon.
That's pretty funny. Maybe that's why the cat can just willingly appear without any issues. Like you can just go to your sister's domain without any issues.
So, this is what makes it funny. Oh, so you want me to restore you? Okay, well, meet your permanent pen pal. Gestures to Cheshire.
You're gonna have to learn like
Have
cats.
a fun vacation!
Like, I don't make the rules. I mean, I just enforce them.
And he's also going to have to deal with the Red Queen.
Yep.
Well, that
Be
insanity
like-
seems to be right up his alley, though.
I'd be like, my guy, I'm willing to give my assistance to deal with that. I'm willing to give my assistance so if you need it, and it'd be purely business. I won't infringe on what you do as long as you don't infringe on what I can do.
Do an insight for me, Cayenne.
Hey, that's my first low roll of the night. That's a 7.
A 7? You sit there for a good while having this thought sink into your brain a little bit. But it also brings up the other quandary of why old gods are so against new gods. And Alice's pantheon that Victor would be a part of is something completely different that they are wholly against. All the old hat gods believe in good and evil. Alice's pantheon, because of the fact that they're all emotions, they're gray. There is no good and evil within their pantheon. They are the middle ground of both. Dread could be good or evil. Madness could be good or evil. Same with insanity.
They're driving forces. Makes sense. Yeah, driving forces over the mortals. Makes perfect sense.
I'm just gonna be thinking about that while I continue working.
It's a lot of heavy thinking for Cayenne right now.
Yeah.
Poor Cayenne.
The goblins have struck. They have taken the Mongo briefly.
Uh-oh.
The gremlins have him tied up in the basement. Dead bite on! Dead bite on! So, Nikolai.
Yes.
Let me look at my notes. Because I gotta open up stuff because there's the gift kind of notes. Let's see. So the one that you definitely do find information on is Galera.
Okay.
The Fey god of the moon. And you see a few notes in there regarding this god, and it's the biggest thing that stands out is they don't judge on appearance; they judge on the weight of the soul.
Okay.
And they're also known to bicker with their sibling, the god of the day.
Kind of makes sense. Is there a name for this this one, the god of the day listed?
There is not.
Okay.
You go to find notes on Atrax, and since he is a newer god, there's nothing listed for him.
Okay.
But you would be able to provide the information that you know regarding him.
Yeah, that will be his next step.
What was the other god?
Credovania. Garl's sister, I guess.
You should see how many tabs.
I imagine quite a lot.
A lot. There's about 18 different pantheons listed for my gods in this time period alone.
Wow.
Credovania, she is the sister of Caro, the nature god of creation and tinkering. And her core belief is that anything created needs to be in harmony with nature, not reap nature of its resources.
Huh. Tinkering and nature.
And her holy symbol is a dance.
Just a dance or just dancing? That's one thing he was like seriously trying to find out more information on, is like, is it a specific dance or is it just dancing in her name?
The dances generally has to be some sort of face step.
Face step, okay.
So check. I wonder what the book says about Cayenne.
Probably nothing right now.
Same with Osling.
Oh.
Well, there might be some notes in there regarding Osling.
There's some notes of the great miracles that the Cayenne has done now.
Farmers spray the cayenne for healthy crops.
Those termites in the astral sea.
Yeah.
Millions of followers there.
The goblins.
All of Goblin Row. Pretty soon, these kobolds that we're about to rescue as well.
They're kind of diehard on their current god.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Like, they're damn diehard on the current god.
Alrighty. Well, once I get that information down, I will spend some time to make not crude but not refined sketches that tell the stories of Nikolai's encounters with these gods. Provide the descriptions as he can share. And I don't know. Since there is a section there, I guess maybe leave the information. That's what it's like. They'll actually think out loud. It's like, should I just leave this information here or give it to Isabella or the archivist?
That's up for you to decide.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he'll tuck the sketches into one of the books that he got information of these gods in. He'll just tuck the sketches in there and share the story that way. But since there isn't any information on Atrax, he'll then either return to Isabella or find the archivist and hand her those sketches as well.
Isabella would be our best choice.
Okay.
Scabbard, I know I kind of leaned over you a little bit, but you do find some information regarding Isala, the little fire.
A little fire. Into the notes that goes. What exactly do I
yeah, she's she actually, from the description given within the parchment, she's described as a larger, more refined-looking kobold, almost kind of like trapped between a shrunken-down dragon can. And she has iridescent scales that shift between the metallic hues of the silver and the platinum dragon and the muted chromatic shades of her mother.
Huh, that's pretty cool. So kind of like titanium bluing, but of the 5 basic colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Her core domains are hope, most notably an unending, unbearable, unrelenting hope, and trickery, because of how hidden she is from the world, and she teaches her followers to be utmost stealthy about worshiping her, as she does not want to draw the ire of her father.
found? Hang on one second. Right here. Solid, the fractured god, the little fire. It's the same information I sent before. Okay. I had to double check, make sure that it was the same or not. Alright. So we have that information on her.
Yeah.
And we know that she doesn't like her she doesn't like her dad, understandable. He did kill a lot of her brothers and sisters. And kind of made her mom a little bit insane. So.
And her followers are referred to as ghost followers.
Ghost followers.
The one thing that you've come across and that is noted is that all of her shrines are not public. They're essentially an anamorphic illusion.
There's an actual word I think you're looking for. Anamorphic is not necessarily that number, but that's just me. Sorry.
Well, anamorphic, it looks like a mundane place except for a specific angle. When you gleam it, you actually see a shrine built out of that specific area. Just like you saw on the way to Hook Ship.
Hidden in plain sight, basically.
Yeah.
But only for those who are actively looking.
Mm-hmm. Or seeking her out, or in her guidance.
What? Actually, there is one thing I would like to do.
Okay.
I would like to go ahead and gather, like the look and designs of holy symbols, because they will go ahead and be used inside the chapel of the ship.
Okay.
Various different types of protectors, those of travel, those that would be beneficial to have around for traveling sailors and adventurers and such. Things that would go good for the people of Hook ship.
Yeah, I can get you some of those in a little while. It'll take a little time. So Mongo's working on contemplating what to do next as far as all the heavy shit that he learned. Scabbard, you have gathered a bit of things that you could use, and I guess you guys eventually do head back to Hook's ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were able to find Isabella.
I
And
Go ahead, Kyan.
I was gonna say I would definitely assume that we would head back to the ship at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to find her and give her the drawings that you did and the information that you have.
oh, you're right. It is anamorphism.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something else. My apologies.
Yeah, they were actually really cool illusions.
Anamorphosis.
Mhm.
Anamorphosis. Yeah.
So as the kiddos head off back to Hook ship, the library being a lot heavier than a normal jaunt, a lot of new things put on their plates. We will follow there.
What I was thinking was pareidolia. But that's very specific to seeing faces and stuff.
So that was a session.
And Tom is gone again.
Yeah, that
Eh.
quiet. So that was an interesting session. High-end takeaways, favorite moments.
There was a lot. Like, that whole identify was just, it was too much for my brain all at once, if I'm being real. I'm tired, and that was too much information. I really do like seeing how the archivist works. That's really cool. Seeing how her wings are more like a cloak.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Being able to pluck a flower out of a timeline, I'm never gonna understand the jumping timeline thing, like, at all. My brain does not work that way, so I'm gonna be in a forever state of confusion, like, what timeline is this? Who the fuck said this? I need, like, You need to write this word for word, exact millisecond. You need to tell me the exact thing, what time it happened on the exact day in the exact year. I don't do multiverse.
Yeah.
No.
Just rest assured, you're in the prime timeline, so that should help you.
A little. Like, my brain literally cannot comprehend, like, more than just, we're in this universe. That's it. There's nothing else. Just this. My brain is that simple.
That's fine. There's not even an issue with that.
Just being able to get to work on the plant, gonna propagate that, learning more about plume tree, learning more about the whole situation with Mongo. There was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was really a chill session, just a lot of information thrown all out all at once.
Mongo, what were your favorite moments?
He's having connectivity problems. It seems
Yeah.
still.
I think it's partially us too, because I know we're getting a little bit on the other side too.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't even know if anybody can fucking hear me at this point, so
I can hear you. I can hear
We
you
can
just
hear you.
fine. We just can't see you.
I can see him just fine.
All right.
So, okay. What about you, Nikolai?
Identify was really cool. What one of our participants and viewers brought up, the whole bootstrap paradox. That was really cool about that possibility with that flower, like how that could possibly work. As you said, it's pure arcane magic. Imagine it's created out of pure arcane magic. It's just imagine like how many things can be done with that, and that'd be so cool. And let's see, the information, the player information received by listening to the conversations of the other characters while not on scene about Plume Tree is pretty freaking intense. And it's about it at the top of my brain right now. It was fun. It was a very story driven session tonight.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Nope, nothing wrong with that at all. Well, I got on top of my mind.
What about you, Manny?
I think any chance we get to learn lore is always great. And especially when there's massive nuggets of lore that were dropped like tonight, it's always really good as well. The whole time paradox thing, the whole like split of the timelines makes things really interesting and just drops this large weight that's like, well, now we have to make sure that we don't fuck up in order to get to the right timeline. But interactions between the players, the NPCs, and characters as well, exploring more of the temple. Scav working with Nikolai and Mongo to use Identify for the first time. That's also fun. Getting to see Cayenne's perspective on things as well, since this normally isn't a place where like everyone would normally be. Seeing everybody's reactions, honestly, how they interact with this place, with each other, and the world around them. getting the opportunity to learn more information and learning that Plume Tree is unraveling is very concerning. But overall, really good session.
Oh, so fuck you, chat. This is the darkest timeline. Is both hilarious and accurate. I love our chat so much. They're such nuggets. Can you hear me, Tom?
Oh, he's back.
I'm going to send you a message.
I don't even know if this is going to get through, so fuck it. I'll try it anyway. Yeah, it was nice to be back for, a while anyway. Kind of a heavy episode. Whole thing with Plume Tree and the Identify. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of speed running this because I don't know how long the connection's going to fucking hold out.
Yeah, Plume Tree is not gonna make it.
Oh boy.
I can't wait until you read the note from Plume Tree.
As long as it doesn't have to do with my internet connection, I might be able to actually get to it.
Plume Tree's a little drunk and he's affecting your internet connection. All right.
No.
No.
What's your favorites? Try to sneak away.
You already know it's my players and the things that they do and come up with. Also, lore nuggets.
You don't have a particular moment that was like,
I really don't. I mean, it's hard for me to put it on a specific moment because, one, tired. Two, there was a lot. But it really comes down to, like, each of you interacting, playing off the information, running with it. And Tom finally just like, all right, fuck it. I'm summoning Plume Tree and we're going to have a conversation. And now I'm back to square one. Because God. It's like Tom got New Game Plus, but it's just more depressing than the original run. But yeah, that's it for me.
Alrighty.
Let's say goodnight to everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Don't forget
night,
to like,
everybody.
comment, subscribe, join our Discord, and share us with the world.